Okay, let's do another stream. I hope this is working. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to make a music video, or a quick attempt to make a music video. So we have a track. I have a track here. Where is it? Let me download that here. Replikant rap, which basically is a
never the same. Epic art, worlds we're building, lighting.
It's a 1 minute track, and I have done a extraction of the voice and the vocals. It's not necessary to do that, but it works better when you want to do automatic lip syncing. I usually do that, and I'm going to show you how that is done. So I'm loading the application. I'm going to pick the Industrial Studio. Say create, and for this we're going to go straight to the I'm going to have one character do this. I'm going to go straight to the advanced UI, and then in here I'm going to basically add audio. So now I click my folder and I'm going to look at my custom audio. I didn't know I had so much. Let's see what I had as a wrap. There you go. So you have the Replikant wrap. I'm actually gonna load the original and the voice one. And first I'm going to put in the voice only. I'll show you how I do that. So this track is now loaded. If I play it back, actually the vocals only come in a little bit later, so probably here.
3D walks to life, never the same.
Okay, so now I want this, actually let's put in some lights so we can see our character a little bit better. Get these colors here. Now back to my animation, and in here I'm going to basically say what target this voice is going to take. So I'm going to send that to him, and now you see that that track is active, and if I play this now,
Before, worlds we're building, lighting up the stage. Ease and efficiency, we're turning the page. From streaming to YouTube,
so you can see that this voice is working. Now, I do not have any other animations, so I'm gonna build that. So I'm gonna add our guy to the track. I'm going to look in my animation menu, see what I have. In the music section, there is a lot of rap, I think. There you go. I'll take a look just by going a bit wider in the scene, seeing what I have. It's quite slow, this track. It's a little bit much. Okay, let's say we take this one. And now if I play this back, you'll see that I
like an ocean. Motion capture real, like we got the potion. Replicant, change the game, make it dead, create is a full level.
So the only thing now is I do not have any facial expression. So let me go to facial expressions, facial animation. Let's see, let's just take a couple of things. Maybe he's angry. I will do facial animation, create another track for that, and just see what works, you know. You can also actually hover over this, to be honest, to kind of see That's the nice thing about being able to see everything in context, you know. So it will go back to my pose. You see that he's got that looks kind of cool. And then maybe he starts happy. Okay, so let's say these are the things that we take. You could also actually just record your own kind of facial animation if you wanted to do that. I'm just randomly grabbing a couple of these ones here. And let's see what that gives us.
Worlds we're building, lighting up the stage. Ease and efficiency, we're turning the page. From streaming to YouTube, cinematic tales. Replicants here, setting new scales. User-friendly, intuitive touch.
So now if I wanted to have multiple characters in here, the way I would do that is like I would isolate the vocals of everybody. Then I would not actually play this audio like here, because if the audio is mute, you can still extract a waveform and drive the actual facial. So what I'll do now is basically add another audio track, and I will add the audio track, and I will add basically the full track. So, and that's what I'll play, right? So I'll play the full animation. So they're synced up now, or pretty much synced up. So if I play that back now, this one's got the volume on. I should have. See, it picked up a little bit on that. Yeah.
Yeah, we stepping in the game, Replikant's the name, bringing 3D worlds to life, never the same. Animation library vast like an ocean, motion capture real, like we got the potion. Replikant.
So, you know, that's how easy you can kind of put some, you know, performance together, and you know, with a bit of vocals and so on, which is really nice for when you're trying to now film this in a different way. I'm gonna do something just quite quickly, so we have something to look at, and I'm gonna use a camera. So basically, what I'll do is I will add camera from the viewport, new camera. Now I'm gonna put that camera quite low. Actually, I'm gonna show something cool what you can do with this camera. So I'm going to animate this camera. Cam low and wide. I'm not sure if this stream works, by the way. I see like a chat window, but I don't have any followers, or not many followers, so I'm not sure. I don't think it works, or if it does, if anyone sees it, no need to engage in a conversation, but just let me know if it works, because I don't really see what I'm actually doing in terms of streaming. I'm literally just pressing OBS. I'm actually not using the Replikant streaming mode. I will do that at a different time, and show how you can do low latency streaming if you want to be a VTuber or something like that. So first I'm gonna go and deal with these cameras. I don't need this this camera that's in here. I just made a new one here. I'm gonna put this at the origin. So let's see where the camera is. It's here. Oh, my character's there. I'm going to parent that to the character because he's moving, and then I'm going to reset it now, so we'll be at the character's origin. And what I'll do now is I'm going to kind of give it an arm, because I want this camera to basically circle around the character. So what you can see here is like you give it an arm, which means that you kind of extend it. I'm gonna put the camera a bit higher, of course, so it's above ground, and so you kind of basically oops, I need to should be parented now, right? Okay. Yeah, I do want to move that up. Okay, let's see where my camera is. Details, open a camera preview. I'll put that here, and let's see what it does. Now I want to turn this camera around that pivot point there. Oh, you know what? I have attached it, but I haven't attached it to a socket. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to put this to a socket. I'm going to put that to the hip. Actually, the hip is rotated. I might have to redo this. Okay, so now it's attached to the pelvis, as you can see. Meaning that I now need to rotate this camera, because you see that it's basically shooting portrait. So I need to, so can we do this 90 or 180 or minus 90? So now I have that camera basically attached to his pelvis, and let's see how long this wrap is. Let's say I want to have this rotate around the character several times. That means that this is my rotation, right? Yeah, okay. So I will set a keyframe here at the first frame, and then I will say let's rotate 1, 2, 3 a couple of times here. I'll set another keyframe. So now you'll see, oh, I didn't set that keyframe. Annoying. 0. Yeah, so now you see that camera is basically traveling around wherever he goes.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name. Bring it.
So that's like one of the cameras that I'm going to use. It's not very useful just yet because I can't see his face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look at take the camera. I'm going to tell that camera to track, focus on here, make that quite narrow, and I'll do the same with the look at, but I don't want to go that low. That's not good. No, I don't want that. So forget about that. I'm just gonna rotate it upwards a little bit. No.
Yeah, we stepping in the game, Replikant's the name, bringing 3D worlds to life, never the same. Animation library vast like an ocean, motion capture real, like we got the potion. Replikant, change the game, make a dent, creators of all levels making dreams evident. Unreal Engine 5 lighting up the scene.
It's not exactly what I had in mind, but I will try another approach here. So let's say I'll make another camera. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take a look at where he's walking. So he's basically just like, I don't really need to parent it to him. So I'm going to create another camera and basically just have that spin around him. So the viewport, new camera from viewport. Again, I'm going to put that low. Actually, I'm going to put that at the transform here. And then I'm going to make that arm longer again. A little bit too long. And you see, that's what I kind of wanted to do. But I was trying to be smart and parented to the character. And that's not really necessary. So I'm going to use this again. Arm cam low. Anyway, add that to my track here. Let's take a look. And again, I'm gonna do what I was doing. I'm gonna keyframe that rotation. So here's my camera. I go to my details, transformation, and this was my. So let's say I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 spins here. Keyframe, and then back here, keyframe at 0. So this should give us the desired look, where I now have a camera spinning, so you get that music video effect that you can see.
Yeah, we stepping in the game.
So now I can go play with that camera. So now it will be much more apparent when I actually look at a character. So I'm gonna tell the camera, oh, it doesn't like that, huh? Okay, it doesn't like that because it has a rotation. Okay, forget about that. So we're not going to do that. I am going to it's kind of cool going in and out of focus. Let me go a bit wider, kind of 12 mil. And I'm just going to position it the way I want it. Maybe that was actually doing what I wanted, so let's say we want this. Let's try that look at again. was the focus. That is the look at. Let's see what we get now.
Yeah, we stepping in the game, Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walls to life, never the same. Animation, library vast like an ocean. Motion capture real, like we got the potion. Replikant, change the game, make a dent. Creators of all levels, making dreams evident. Unreal Engine 5, lighting up the scene. AI tools that...
So you can see what it does is basically kind of spinning around here, and then always looking at the character. So that gives quite an interesting look. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit more. Basically, my keyframe here. I'm going to give that another couple of. What did I have that rotation here? I'm gonna give that way more. Oops. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to disable this. It's confusing me. Okay, I give that some more spins. Okay. What do we got going on here? Let's reset this. Let's go and delete these keyframes. Same here. Go to the beginning. Reset. Reset this as well. Where is the actual camera? It's here. Pivot here. Set the keyframe. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Set the keyframe. Okay, let's take a look.
Yeah, we stepping in the game, Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walls to life, never the same. Animation, library vast.
Okay, I'll lift this up a little bit. I put that on a 12 mil. You can go even more fisheye actually, if you want it. You can keyframe that as well. Actually, you get a cool effect. Let's see if I want to have this 5 to 24. And then back to 5. What I'm doing is basically like setting up a couple of cameras that I can cut back and forth with.
Yeah, we stepping in the game, Replikant's the name, bringing 3D.
So next thing I can do is add a couple of more cameras, and basically I like to usually put my cameras all on the top here. So I have one section that was quite experimental here. Then I have this spinning camera. So what I could already do is I pick the good bits here. So I want them to be on the front, right? So let's see what's.
Yeah, we stepping in.
So let's say this is quite nice here, where he goes to. And what I can do is basically just cut the parts that I like. Couple of these white ones too. Okay, and then I could just basically delete what I don't like here. And then what happens, so if I put this camera behind here and say everything here, you already get nice kind of edits, as you can see, right? So now we kind of go into that.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walks to life, never the same. Animation library vast like an ocean. Motion capture real, like we got the potion. Replikant, change the game, make the dent. Creators of all levels, making dreams evident. Unreal.
So let's say I'm gonna have this just as a background camera. I'd like to be maybe on a, I want to be like on a shallow focus. Look at his face.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walks to life, never the same.
So that follow speed needs to be quicker. Let's see.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walks to life, never the same. Animation library vast like an ocean. Motion capture real, like we got the potion. Replikant, change the game, make the dent. Creators of all levels, making dreams evident.
Reset that.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walk.
So let's see, a bit wider. Maybe this camera is just gonna go for some texture.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walks to life, never the same. Animation library real, like we got the potion. Replikant, change the game, make the dent. Creators of all levels, making dreams evident. Unreal Engine 5, lighting up the scene. AI tool.
Okay. I'm gonna wrap this up. So let me just add a couple of more characters, cameras. So let's go back to the viewport. I will basically add a new one, and I'm going to say this is a close-up. See you cam 1, and then I'm going to do another one, which is going to be top shot. See, see, View top. Okay, so let's add that top shot. Oh, great. Okay. I got somebody here. Great. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So let me show you how to do that. This button here separates the UI. So now I basically have my second monitor is now being used. There's a couple of other kind of things that you can do that makes working quite nicely. So I'll go back in here. But if you're, for example, designing, you can have your content windows, your edit windows. You can tear them off. So you can have your avatar editor in a separate window. And on top of that, you can have your workspace in a different window. I'll try working like this for a bit. Okay. So I'm now placing a couple of cameras here. Gonna add my camera track that I place at the top. And I'm going to look at the details and track the target. I'm also going to focus the target. And then I'm going to do a couple of, punch-ins. So I'm going to crash zoom. I'm going to start on this 25 mil, and then I'm randomly going to go to like a 150, and back to my 33, and back to a 90. So what I'm doing right now here is basically setting a couple of keyframes for this camera, so I have some more kind of texture to kind of work with.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D.
So you see, I have that here now. That's basically camera zooming in and out. And then as my last camera, I'm gonna add a close-up that was basically on the floor level, and let me position that first. So a very nice way to position your cameras is actually by saying open camera preview and edit. So holding my right mouse click, I can now basically WASD QE around here and find the face that I want to look at, and then I'll say update, and now this camera is updated to basically what I just had, as you can see. I'm also going to put a look at on here and to track as well, and now I'm gonna basically kind of cut out a couple of close-ups, see what looks good here. So when he kind of lifts his head here, I'll just go through that cut cut. Okay, and then I'll chuck away the ones that I don't want. So I basically try to get some shots that is looking into this camera. So you now see when I have this on, we will basically play back between the top shot.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walls to life, never the same.
Then, let's say this top shot, we're not going to use that much. We're just going to use that to fill up stuff that just didn't work well. I'm going to basically say, okay, we go from this one to this close-up, top shot. Say we want to go back to top shot down here. Maybe leave that one out completely.
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walls to life, never the same. Animation library vast like an ocean. Motion capture real, like we got the potion.
So if you're kind of planning a shoot, this is really, really nice to plan everything that you want to.
The dream, character create.
Obviously, you can also just use this to create your final piece. But yeah, I find it very, I don't know, I find it very therapeutic in a way to play with this, because it's just a luxury that you have to mess around with your shots. You normally don't really have on set. So yeah, you can see I've done like quite a lot of different things here. You can also use your iPhone to actually shoot it. I'll show that quite quickly, but I'm gonna do like a full section on that. So let's say I wanted to have a little bit of this handheld feel. You see what it actually does. So basically it already splits the screens for you. Then when you connect, I now have my, I have control over my camera. I'm out of the scene, so what I would actually do is in the camera recorder, I will offset the location to see where my actor is. He's in there, I believe. See where he is. There we go. So now I'm just sitting in front of my computer, and I can place this wherever I want it, right? So if I play back now, let's see if I can share this one way or another. So no, it doesn't work. Let's connect. Doesn't like that. Okay, go back. Not too many things open. Okay, let's do that again. And I also want to play back, of course.
Yeah, we stepping in the game, Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walls to life, never the same. Animation, library vast like a...
Yeah, I'm gonna do this as a separate video. This needs a bit more planning, but it's pretty cool. You can do your handheld stuff with the VCam app, which is quite nice. But yeah, so this is something we have now. I'm gonna quickly see if I can make this a bit more interesting with little work. Let's say it's very helpful. Of course, yeah, I'll leave it on the channel. Yeah, I'm still thanks for the encouraging words. I'm still quite new to all this, so the streaming, I mean, not the 3D, but the streaming, so I will get better. And I will get a good mic soon. So I'll cover one more thing actually here, just because I want this to look a little bit more interesting. What I usually do actually on the close-ups here, you know, you kind of, I mean, pretty much everybody wants to have these look like cinematic, right? So it's good to go in a bit and turn the aperture down, even like to 1.4. It gives you a nice kind of like out of focus. I saw somebody ask about how to do that, and that's basically just cinematography, right? The more you can kind of turn down your aperture, and with these virtual lenses you can basically have any kind of aperture. You can set that to 1, which wouldn't be possible on a camera. You can get like really nice kind of focus with everything. So I usually do that. Then you see this arm here I have set on a focal length that is animated, so I'm going to leave that. And then what else did I do? Oh yeah, I had that top shot. That can go to 1.2. But let's make it interesting in a way with some light, for example. We have a very bright world, as you can see here through the window. So what I could do here is go to my sky. You can see we have different skies. I can also say no sky. I'm going to go to the advanced sky, and then you have presets here. We do everything with presets. That makes it easy, as you can see, right? So you can take whatever you kind of want to take. Let's say we're going to go for low mist and the sun. But what I'm going to do is animate that sun angle. So set a keyframe here, and when I animate the sun angle, you see that the shadows will kind of move. So now I'll have like an animated sun coming in. And then I can do that again here a few times. So I'll have some more to kind of look at, you know. And yeah, this is also actually something that you can kind of do quite quickly with the light rigs, right? So now you see I have this light rig here. There's obviously like a lot of things you can do with the light rig. You can animate those. You can do all sorts of things with that. I can go in here and I can animate all sorts of things, the intensity of it, and so on. But what I want to do is, like, I just want to have some quick kind of effects on here. So what I will do is basically add this light rig to the timeline, and I'm just going to go and rotate it so we have some more things going on. Let's say we rotate it a few times. So now I will basically have this light rig kind of creating another effect.
Yeah, we stepping in the game.
Now I'm going to make my character a little bit. This is quite an interesting kind of way, because a lot of times I start with the default character, and I kind of like dress it later. You know, so if I want to change that now, maybe I want to have somebody that has like a cool hairstyle with physics, for example. Let's see what we have. This guy. Set that to the less gravity, the less pull it has, so the more the hair bounces. So if I look at that now, I would have
Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walls to life, never the same. Animation, library vast like an ocean. Motion capture real, like we got the potion. Replikant, change the game, make a dent. Creators of all the.
I think I went a little bit too hard on that lighting rig. So let's turn that down a little bit. So let's say half the speed, minus 40. So now that should go a bit slower.
Of all levels making dream. Yeah, we stepping in the game. Replikant's the name, bringing 3D walls to life, never the same. Animation, library vast like an ocean. Motion capture real, like we got the potion.
Then the other thing to always kind of look at is if your character is balanced well in terms of the facial. Let me do that now, actually, because that's a good thing to always bear in mind. So my facial animation is driven by the character here in the details, right? So this is actually a really good reason why you want to have this tear down. So if I take this off now, I can do that in context. So if I take my my avatar editor, I can actually go to the details, and yeah, that's the one. And I can look at my lip sync multiplier here. See, so if I increase that, this is going to, the lip sync is going to increase.
Replikant, change the game, make a dent. Creators of all levels making dreams evident. Unreal Engine 5.
You see, so his mouth is moving much more now.
Lighting up the scene.
So if I put that to 1, which sometimes is the default.
AI tools in hand, we're building the dream. Character creator.
So that's a good thing to know, and just because I like weird things, sometimes it's quite fun to really push this.
The scene, AI tools in hand, we're building the dream. Character creator, craft your avatar. Virtual camera, shooting stars from afar. Worlds we're building like.
It's obviously too much, but it looks funny. Let's say this probably.
Lighting up the stage, ease and efficiency, we're turning the page.
So this is kind of like a thing you need to balance yourself based on the.
Lighting up the stage.
Based on the character that you design. You know, a different character could have completely different balancing here. all these preset characters. This was obviously a preset character. We we balance, but if you start making something, you need to do that yourself. Yeah, so that's basically kind of how you can use this. So I'm gonna call it a night here, and thank you for watching. You guys were my first viewers here, so thanks a lot for the attention. All right, bye bye.